We're in a long ass line.
It's not that long.
Así se pone.
It's not that long? Wrapping around the parking lot twice and then fucking going back over there? Not that long? Jesus, fuck.
Yo, buddy, call one of your boys from the aviation.
Yes.
Oh.
No, Rachel should run back.
No me pasa nada, yo estoy bien. Aquí la gente se murió de calor, hay un tipo allá muriéndose, no sé la verga, la mujer la agarraba así como si no sé qué vaina, regresa, yo no sé lo que pasó. Yo estoy aquí, aquí, yo estoy bien.
What, this or the 22? And from Sun and Fun, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling pretty dead most of the day. You know, it was a really hot day that day. But I did end up taking some photos that I did really like, actually. So I'll start off with the first one. You know, I got a picture of the Thunderbirds. And okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, this isn't real aerochrome. All right, this is definitely fake aerochrome. You know, I did it in Lightroom, but I mean, I think it gives it like this really cool vibe to it. You know, like the contrasting red from the like the trees and stuff. I think really do wonders to it. Ooh. Sorry, I was just messing with the zoom real quick. Yeah, and I mean, if you really think about it, like aerochrome anyways is false infrared. So is it really all that bad? I don't know. Some people are against it, some people like it. I don't know. I like the way it made my photo look, so I don't care, quite frankly. But yeah. Then the same thing, but it was two F-22s. I also did the fake aerochrome on it. To me, this one really came out like really dope. I love the F-22. It's like one of my favorite planes. Actually, there weren't any B1s there, so I couldn't take like a bunch of pictures and be like, oh, this is what this does and all that. But still, you know, F-22 is cool. So, you know, screw it. And then, you know, obviously the aerochrome just gives it that like just cool sort of otherworldly sort of vibe to it. And I think it kind of fits the F-22s, especially because, you know, like these planes are just so crazy for what they can do. Then again, A-10, they just had it on static display. They weren't really flying it. Again, put the aerochrome on it. I thought, again, just looks cool. Something that seems to really fit like a military sort of documentary. I know there's that one documentary, I forgot who it's from, where they shot it all in aerochrome. So, you know, and if you really look at it, like it just kind of goes with it. I don't really know how else to describe it. So yeah, that look works really well with military stuff in general. Let's see here. And, you know, some shots of the F-22 when it was going up and down the strip. I really like the one with the afterburners. I think that was really cool. And then the one where you can see the canopy. That's also like really dope. I have, you know, and honestly, surprisingly, like for this old, like kind of cheap lens, it's not bad. All things considered, you know. Because, you know, I could go and get one of those Sony ones that cost bajillion dollars. But, I mean, for now, like, without spending money, I'm pretty happy with it. Then, you know, of course, you got the Okay, I'm so pissed off at this picture actually. So I got a picture of the Thunderbirds, but I missed focus. So I got the people in front of me instead of the Thunderbirds. I'm actually so mad about that picture. I got one, but you know, I just wasn't ready for that picture, and so some of them got cut off. It is what it is, honestly. Then I got a picture. I don't think these are actual P51s. I think it's like those like remakes that are a little bit smaller, could do a little bit more. I don't know, but they're just going around. Like, it was pretty dope. It is what it is. And then I got the Red Bull helicopter. That pilot, he's a little crazy. You know, it was doing flips and everything, but I just got a still image of it hovering normally. Nothing too crazy. And again with the F-22 with the afterburners on, but this was more towards like the evening, so it ended up looking like a lot cooler. You can really, like, it's very pronounced, so I thought that was a really cool picture. Same thing, you know, I got a couple, so I'll just kind of rapid fire these. Now this one here, the sun was shining on it like at a golden hour, so it looked really cool. I really liked the way it came out. You know, like the way the sun is just kind of like glistening on it. I thought it was cool. This one of it climbing, again with the afterburners on. And I like how it gives like this weird like kind of like square pattern at the back. You know, that's something I noticed. I didn't really notice with the B1. It was kind of more, it looked like a big fire. But this one, you know, it really looks different. Again, I'm just, you know, scrolling through some of it. I like this one though. It has the little like, I forgot what they're called, but like, you know, when there's a lot of moisture, which in Florida there's a lot of moisture, they pop out. So I think it's really cool. This one, F-22 with the American flag, I had to do it. You know, my buddy said I should try to get it, and I ended up getting it. You know, that's one of those times I kind of wish I had a better zoom lens, but I mean, it still came out pretty cool, in my opinion. I really liked it. And then moving on to Fort Lauderdale, which unfortunately, you know, like I said, I didn't really take that many. I didn't even take any videos while I was there. But you know, this time they had the F-18 demo team come out, so I really liked it. I thought that was really dope. This shot here with the F-22, and you could see the palm tree, like that's really my aesthetic. I really love palm trees. From Florida, grew up, born and raised, so in South Florida specifically too, you know, you see a lot of palm trees, and I just, you know, it just makes me feel like homey. I don't really know how else to describe it. I just, you know, palm trees are just something I really enjoy. Yeah, palm trees are just something I really enjoy. This one is so cool. So I got, because they're like showing off with the flares and stuff, which, I mean, obviously, again, I probably need a better zoom lens now for these kind of photos, but I still think it came out cool. You know, like they were showing off, like, you know, going off, doing evasive maneuvers with some flares. So that was pretty dope. This one, I finally got some semi better pictures of the Thunderbirds. So, you know, it looks a lot better. Again, you know, like one was with the smoke, and then the next one here, it has, you know, those little things I was talking about earlier. This one, they had a little 5-stack formation, which was cool. You know, the Thunderbirds always show out. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit biased because I was in the Air Force, so I'm always going to choose Thunderbirds over Blue Angels. That's just, again, bias. What can I say? But yeah, those are really the most like decent photos, I guess. I didn't really get that many great shots. You know, I was just kind of spraying and praying with burst mode. But I mean, overall, you know, although I haven't been able to really shoot film, I've been happy. You know, I've been still like kind of experimenting. That's like a different style for me, obviously. You know, I'm more like street urban, I guess. So, you know, it's a little bit different than what I'm used to. But overall, you know, I really enjoyed it. I had fun with it. And last thing before I wanted to share, I got a new camera. Now this one, you know, probably a little bit too early, but you know, I have the money, so why not? I don't care. But here I bought me a Leica R6. I haven't been able to shoot with it just yet because I'm still waiting on the lens. As you can see, it doesn't come with a lens, but I did find one on eBay. It was a Summicron R 50mm f2, and I found it for $250. Not in the best shape, you know, some scratches and dents, but nothing. But you know, the picture showed off the glass itself, and I didn't see any fungus. I saw maybe like a little oil stain, but nothing that really like made me go, oh, you know. It was, and I got it for $250 or $275, something like that. So, you know, it's usually around a $350 to $400 lens. So, you know, I got a pretty good deal on it, and that comes in this upcoming Thursday, I want to say. I don't know. They haven't even shipped it out. It's from a pawn shop, but you know, clearly they didn't really realize what they had. But yeah, you know, I got the Leica R6. Very happy with it. I got this little button for it, for the shutter button. And just listen to the sound. Like, that mechanical sound is so crazy to me. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I got this little button, and then I just took the strap from my Canon AE1 program. I just threw it on here for now. When I planned on the strap I plan to end up using on it will probably be like a Peak design. You know, I have actually one of their camera bags over there, and I really like Peak. I think it's like I like the little locking system, so I'm just gonna go with that. You know, I have the money for it, so why not? But yeah, that's pretty much everything I got. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for, you know, looking at my pictures and everything. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.